Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long was 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long was 1975.
This is Crazy Cars on the MSX, released by Titus in 1988. Did not know this was on the MSX, should have probably known better than that, because the MSX has a bunch of ZX Spectrum ports, of which this is one, because I've had a very quick go just to work out what the controls are. It was also released on the Amstrad, ZX Spectrum, as I just mentioned, and the Commodore 64, the Amiga and the Atari ST. I played the Amiga and the Atari ST versions. I don't have videos on them because I played them briefly on my Super Console X. And they're rubbish. They're absolutely shite. I'm not saying that this is going to be amazing either, but obviously everyone's porting arcade machines I should say, sprite scalers if you will, round about the time that this game came out and before it, such as Enduro Racer, Super Hang-On and obviously Outrun. So I guess Titus wanted a slice of that pie. So let's get into this. Right, fire. So on the box art, it's got a Mercedes whatever class, don't know, don't like Mercedes, a Porsche 911 Turbo, and a Lamborghini, which is this. I don't know how or which car you start in or which you upgrade to on which version, because I always thought, according to the little bit of information in the selection menu on my MSX, should be in a 911. There are no gears. Brake is backwards, accelerate is up, which means I'm having to steer it, you know, while pressing up at the same time. You know my thoughts on that. Score top left to the right of that, high score to the right of that time, speed top right hand corner, and we're passing myself. Now, clearly it's ZX Spectrum port. We all lost our shit over this back in the day. Magazines gave it alright reviews, but the reason we lost our shit was, well, stationary on the back of the box or in a magazine. Look at your sprites, look at that huge Lambo and how good it looks until he moves across the screen. That's why we all lost our shit. The undulation's actually alright, but you're not really appreciating it. Try not to hit the side of the road there, because there are no lines in the middle of the road, stage 2, which makes a massive difference, because you can see where the road dips and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that from the Spectrum version. If a car hits you, you get air. So anyway, stage 2 looks exactly the same as stage 1, and it is yellow as stage 1. Memories are flooding back of the ZX Spectrum. We may have all lost our shit over this back in the day, but that does not mean it's a good game. Obviously it's got a lot more pace and stuff like Outrun. I have a soft spot for Outrun on the ZX Spectrum, because that's doing stuff with the side of the road. This is not. Do I have a counter for how many cars I've passed? I don't think so. And you better hope that you get, you know, an opposition car when you're on a straight, because good luck passing them otherwise. Am I on stage 3? All stages belong to you. See what I did there? Fuck it! This is... Right, so you just get fucking destroyed because you hit one car, lose all your speed, which to be fair is a fault in many racing games, then every other fucker on the road plows right through you. That's because I hit the side of the road. This is killing my hand. Can't play this on keys, have to play this on the Super Console X, which has the worst pad in the world ever. A rear view mirror would be in order if your opposition cars are going to do that to me. I can just remember now, I think I have a gameplay of this on the Spectrum. I hated it. And since this is a Spectrum port, I hate it as well. But this is what happened back in the day, because obviously there's no music as well, which is a bit shit on the MSX, especially with what it's capable of. But yeah, you would look at screenshots and then your brain would fill in the rest. Unfortunately, it would fill it in with good things, even if the game was shizen. So stage 3 is still level 1. Oh my poor hand. See what I mean about, like, the, you know, the nods to the car and stuff like that. Stage 4, still yellow, still level 1. Ooh, but without any lines or any sort of roadside objects, obstacles, you know, trees, anything. Why did I get air then? You can't. Well, it just looks plain. It's there, but it's just not doing much. Unless I can steer in the air, then stop doing that to me. Especially when there's like jumps in the road, apparently. Oh, come on. Yoink. Crazy Cars 2, on the other hand, on all versions apart from the Commodore 64, is pretty damn tasty. Amiga Atari ST versions are shiny. ZX Spectrum version's fantastic. Amstrad version is amazing. I have a gameplay of both those two. Commodore 64 version is shite, and your steering, while very sensitive on the other two versions, is literally on or off. So you're going along, you press left, you're dead. Basically. Stage 5. It's very, yeah. How did this get like, it got like 70%, 7 out of 10s and stuff like that as far as I can remember. It's cover tape quality at best. And this would have been expensive. Titus stuff was like, what, $8.95? A little bit more expensive than your average Spectrum game. Wendy, I can fly and see my house from here. Okay. I'd like to change level now. A little bit of extra colour would be nice. All the screenshots back in the day were white. Yoink! Ow, I didn't hear him. I'm going to need surgery on my hand in a minute. Good time bonus. For what? Stage 6. So that noise... Ooh! Ooh! Porsche! That noise is the stage changing. Wow. You'd never know, would you? It's still in Yellowtown. Get on the screen, in the middle of the screen. Yoink! No! No, 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 no! Hey, that little jingle there was automatically better than half the music in the charts. Fuck it! Now I'm getting overtaken by Lambos again. Lambos were they faster than... No, not faster than the Porsche 911 turbos at the time. Get in the middle of the road, even though we're going to get destroyed from behind. Prison style. Right, where's my time? 13. I don't know if I want to go again if I don't get to this next stage, because this is just underwhelming and dull. And like I said, you think this is dull? Look up the Amiga and the Atari ST version. Game over? I've still got time going down. And I got a good time bonus. So it gave me game over, but I still got a good time bonus. Nope, stage 7. I'm like, what? This isn't hacked or poked or anything like that. There are no trainers on MSX games, or at least the 20 or so I've tried in the MSX folder on my Super Console X. So, that was weird. It's like it wrote me off, but then it felt sorry for me. It gave me a participation medal. No need to do that, game. You were written in the 80s when people weren't pussies. Right. No current day fucking objectives and shit like that. Yoink! Right, apologies for the background noise. I do live on the busiest road in the West Country. Looking at the background, are we in Vegas? Why is it saying game over again? I've still got 4 seconds left. I'm attacking you, bastard. Now it's game over. I don't understand how it works out what game over is. This has absolutely destroyed my hand. Skip, skip, skip. Skip to the end. You're one of the fastest men in the world. You can tell this written in the 80s. You couldn't say that now. Some fucking blue-haired landwehr will have a shit fit, wouldn't she? Your place is 1. Please enter your name. I got first, but I still game overed. That reeks of participation medals. Right, okay, so I'll have one more go. Oh, no, no, no. Because I really want to give myself crab hands. I feel I haven't achieved something unless I give myself crab hands. That's V, even though it looks exactly the same as you. I hate it when they do stupid fonts like this. Honestly, I really, really do. Bosh. End. There I am. Oil espèce. I don't know. Titus were French, weren't they? So what does that mean? That's beyond my French skills. They're rusty as tits now. I haven't lived in a French-speaking country for years. Fire. Crazy Cars. Press fire to play. Yay. Right. And you noticed you only ever get one other car on screen at once, unless it really had to press fire. They'll wake up, baby. It really ramps shit up once you get to the glorying, dizzying highs of stage 2. Level 2, I mean. This whole level 1, stage 1 level progression system's a bit shit, innit? But if we could pause it, we could all take a look at how nice my Lambo looks. Until you move. Yoink. Also, why no music? Honestly, game, I shouldn't complain. Loads of stuff doesn't have music on show. I have a ton of unlisted MSX games. I'm loving it. I can never work out if it's MSX 1 or 2 though, because it never tells you. Fuck it. No, they are different cars. It's a different car. It's a different car. I'm really excited. Hold me. I thought were they all Lambos the last time, apart from the last one that, you know, destroyed me was a Porsche. That's right, it's Porsche, not Porsche. That's my fucking pet peeve when people say Porsche. Right, so what's that? Is that the Merc? It doesn't look like a Merc. Oh, hey, do you know what I said? There's only one car on the screen at once. That's a Porsche. No, it's not. It's like it broke me in on my first gameplay. Now it's like, do you know what? Yeah, we can throw shit at you. No! See, why can they drive through me? They don't fly. He must have a modded Lambo. Mine's not, so anyone hits me, it flies. He's got upgraded shocks or something. Yoink. Running outside. Brake. Your brakes do nothing. You either chuck it on full anchors, and then people can overtake you, or destroy you like that, or you dab it, and then you just hit the side of the road. This is a shit game. I mean, I have nostalgia for it, like a lot of people do, but it's still a shit game. Outrun's better than this, sorry. For its falling frame rate, Outrun does stuff. Again, I have a soft spot for Outrun. Run it in an emulator and then turn up the speed settings, and it plays alright. Obviously, you couldn't do that back in the day, but yeah. Also, the people who did Outrun, their previous, you know, arcade conversion was Enduro Racer. So why didn't they use that game engine? Or did they? And they just, I don't know, fucked it up with how much shit was going on around the side of the roads. Although, to be fair, there was quite a lot of stuff happening. Braking. Continuing to write my song. Quite a lot of stuff happening at the side of the roads in Enduro Racer, wasn't there? Which I believe was the first port of a sprite scaler. No, that would have been Outrun. I'm talking like a vehicular, love that word, sprite scaler on the Spectrum. In that style, like the monochromic style, that just became, you know, synonymous with yoink, porting sprite scalers to the Spectrum. Yoink, vehicular sprite scalers, I should say. Maybe I can just hug the side of the road. Well, trying really hard not to hit the cars. But every time I slow down to not hit them and then try and speed up again, I get terrified that someone's going to destroy me from behind. Look at that! Look at that! There are more than one car on the screen at once, but obviously it's software scaling. Obviously, because it's, you know, an 8-bit. But the frames, there's more in other games like Hang On and Enduro Racer. But as I said, Tit Us would more than make up for that in the Crazy Cars 2. That's right, I said the Crazy Cars 2. See, all you had to do, apart from make this game a little bit more playable, is just put a line in the middle of the road. Maybe like segments on the side, like in Chase HQ. A couple of trees, a couple of lampposts, maybe a mailbox, a small house. I don't know. Bleachers? This is just dull. So the fact that you could argue that it is undulating, it's got a decent speed or frame rate, is nothing, because you're not chucking anything around that could even slow it up. I mean, your car sprite, yes, it does look very nice, and the other ones do, but there's nothing else. Yoink. What's my time? And also, the fact that I can't not fly off those jumps is a bit shit, isn't it? I mean, if you played this on any of the versions back in the day, including the 16-bit versions, I mean, you might think they're great. I've played them now, and I can put my mind in the old, you know, my brain in the old mindset of being back in the day. That's why I still think some Spectrum games look great, but I think they're shit on the 16-bits, but, you know. When did they come out? 87? Well, it says 88. Was it? Yay, stage 6, level 1. The dream is mine. Arthritis in my left hand is soon to be mine as well. Right. Gears would have been nice as well. I mean, just say, hey. Also, if you get a 911 turbo, do you like have a far behind turbo? Because obviously in games turbos aren't engaged all the time. Why would they be? It's It's more fun just to have a button in them. Oh! Look at that! Sweeping road. So sweeping, in fact, that I was moved off the screen and I couldn't get back on. Like, I could find no Wikipedia entry for this because I wanted to find out, you know, how many stages there were to a level. So you all know, let me know. I'm not going to be able to get there to confirm it, am I? Yoink. Good time bonus. So why is it still fucking... Oh, it tells you good time bonus, and then it counts down for a few more seconds before it decides to award you your time bonus. Okay. Whatever floats your boat. Tit us. Yoink. Ooh. I like the fact that they're French, but they didn't use a single French car. It's probably because they were all shit in the 80s, apart from the Peugeot 205 GTI. Look at that! There's a Crazy Cars 3, I have a gameplay of it. Oh, do I? I think I do, actually. It's more in line with Lotus, but that would be on the Amiga. Didn't make it to the 8-bits. Or maybe it made it to the Amstrad CPC. Not sure. Maybe I should look this up on the Amstrad CPC, or maybe it's just a Spectrum port. Why does it tell me game over when I've still got time? And plus, I didn't think I did that badly then, so what do I actually have to do to get to the fucking level 2, as I like to call it? The afterlife in this, apparently. Oh no, I'm still that's weird. I don't think that's a ROM thing. I mean, it's an 8-bit ROM on an MSX emulator. How fucking difficult could it be? Yoink. So there's something in here that could have been chiseled out a bit, if you know what I mean. But on the whole, it's just a pants game that looked good in magazines on the back of the case, and for some reason I guess everyone gave it decent reviews, on the Spectrum at least, because it had a fucking frame rate after Outrun, which didn't. That's how I see it, and that's how I'm calling it. But yeah, as I said, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you played this back in the day. Those are getting annoying, but I call this dull. That's what I call this, and hand cramptastic. But hey, it's fun to check out ports on the MSX. Even though most times ZX Spectrum ports is just exactly the same as ZX Spectrum, because similar architecture and stuff like that. Anyhow, I'd love to know what you think. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.